Hi, son. I wish you were with me, with us, not dead from heroin. But this is something I would have taught you. And we actually touched on this the week before you died. But here we go. So these are the 2-5-1s. We're going to keep them in the relative minor of what we've been doing. We've been playing 2-5-1-6s in C major. So this will be 2-5-1s in A minor and B minor 7 flat 5 to E7 altered to A minor. That's the job today. This guitar I designed it with a terrific builder in England, and it smells and plays delicious, and it's a jazz guitar, one pickup. It's just awesome. So let's hit these. We'll start high. And here are my shapes. And these are the same shapes that we've been using everywhere on the majors. We're now going to repurpose them to use as the minors. And it gave me the ability to get behind these changes and make the changes, if you will, pretty quickly, at least for me. I had to teach myself. You know, nobody could teach this to me. I had to say, I got to learn this, and somehow that it makes sense to me. So what I did is really based off of those original chord shapes that we started, and then the pyramid shapes, right? If you remember, right, the pyramids, these high chords up here, you're going to see that we're going to use them today. Okay, in fact, let's start with this one. So although this is D minor, I can also use it as a B minor 7 flat 5. And here's why. I've got the D, which is the 3, the A, which is the minor 7. I could stick that B in there if I wanted to, which is the tonic, and the F, which is the flat 5. So B minor 7 flat 5. It's right there. I'm going to, for these, it's the same way that you use the arpeggio off of the 3. So if the chord is a B, you're going to use the D minor arpeggio. No big deal, right? Right? Boo. And the E, the 5 chord, the same altered 5s that we've been using everywhere else. Here we use exact shapes. It's the E7, and you see how that's also a B flat 9. You can immediately see that. That's the tritone substitution you hear so much about. And we just use the arpeggio that's built off of that, using just the chord tones of that chord. And the 1 chord is this. And you can see that that's the A minor 9. But I leave the root off, and it looks like a C major 7 chord. And what I will do is use C major 7 arpeggio for the A chord. So this 2-5-1 in A minor sounds like this. Boo, beep, boo. Okay. Concentrate on the chords right now, even though I will indicate the arpeggios. The next one is voiced here. This is the B minor 7 flat 5. You have the tonic, the flat 5, the minor 7, and the third, the minor 3rd. The arpeggio for it is the D minor. Okay, could use that one. I can use this. And the 5 chord is this. Right? We've used this shape before, and what it consists of in terms of E is the +5, the root, the major third, and the minor 7. Okay, and we're going to take this guy down to here, which is a minor shape that we used before. Remember our D minor? It's exactly that shape. And we use the C major. You know, I put some extra notes in there if I feel like it. So that's the next one. Okay. Next one going down is B minor 7 flat 5. I'm going to do this guy. Right? If you remember that. That's B minor 7 flat 5. I'm just leaving out the third because I've got the minor 7, the flat 5, and the root, which is a nice crystalline type of chord. Love this 7 chord, this E7, right? I've got this, the third, the 7, the flat 9, and the +5. Here's A minor, right? It looks like C9, which it is, but it's also A minor 9, or rather it looks like C major 7. Boo, beep, boo, boo, excuse me, boo, beep, 2, 5, 1. Okay, next one, 2, 5, 1. This group is the flat 5, the tonic, the minor third, and the minor 7. Okay. We've done this for the E7. It's the altered dominant, right? Because I've got the flat 9, the +5, the minor 7, and the major third. I love this voicing. This, I don't know, no one else ever showed me this voicing. I showed it to myself. It's the 5, the 9, and the minor 3. And that's it. And so I play them, and against the bass note, do, dee, do. And you can see how as soon as you know these chords, you know the arpeggios because they go to those shapes. And so they're almost instant. Where's the mic or the camera? Okay, lower strings. Right? It's a B minor 7 flat 5, and I play the arpeggio off the third. Here's the E chord, the E alt that I play. Instead of this E chord, I plus the 5, right? So I got the +5, the third, major third, and the minor 7. And for comfort's sake and staying off open strings, I use the same one that I use there. I will jump up and grab that. And now the minor 1. Yeah. Why this is so beautiful is because it uses these sort of tense, complex sounds, right? And then it'll land on a triad like that. That's just a minor third, fifth, and root. Okay. Next. Sometimes I use the D minor 7 sound over the B minor 7 flat 5, but I'll also use, for clarity and in case I don't want to conflict with the melody note, I'll use a D minor 6 sound, and the arpeggio is the D minor 6, or if your ears hear it, use the D minor 7th arpeggio, but that covers the B minor. Here's the E chord. B. It teaches you when you sing the bass notes how to rub against a 7th like that. And it's gorgeous as long as you can understand it, hear it, and control it. And then I use just a good old-fashioned A minor for the 1. Once again, 2, 5, 1. Okay. Next one is here. So here's the full B minor 7 flat 5 chord, and I leave this one off sometimes, just for comfort. Okay? Right? You hear that? There's a little voice leading going on in there. That's super important. And we're going to end there, because that thing is kind of built into these chords. And that's moving down from the 7 to the 3, 7 of the 2, 3 of the 5, 1. Sorry, 7 of the 1. So the voice leading is like just there. And so are the arpeggios. So for the B minor 7, boo, B, last one, 2. How is that a 2 chord? I got the minor 7, I got the flat 5, and I got the root. If I want the 3rd, it's there. But you can see it's kind of work to get all that smushed in. I leave it out and then play around with it. So it's not like I leave it out entirely. I introduce it through my soloing or my comments on comping. So the 2, 5, and you see that important motion there, to the 1. Do, dee, do, boo, be, boo. D minor 7 over this guy. That's a tricky one. And I tried to find better ways of playing it than using my 3 finger, but I couldn't find a better way, so I just sucked it up. All right, once again from the top, while singing the bass notes, just the chords, and just get these under your fingers. Boo, boo, bee, bee, boo, doo. I'll walk the bass. Boo, bee, bee, boo, doo. Boo, boo, bee, dee, boo, doo. 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 Super cool, you can just arpeggiate them. Boo, bee, dee, boo, doo. Boo, bee, dee, boo, doo. Boo, bee, dee, boo, doo. Boo, bee, dee. the chords are the arpeggios already, and adding a little chromatic between them, and you're up and running. And the voice leading is there. They're a mixture of 4 and 3 note chords, which is always to me like refreshing my ear, surprising the ear. Although that might be a no-no in chorale writing, that you would drop a voice, but in this way of playing it is very it's fresh, because all of a sudden the chords aren't always the same. It's not always dense and sounds like choir music or hymns. And of course I'm always like, just a little bit of comping. Play like a drummer. That's what Rick always told me. And there you go. I wish you luck with these.